Mupin 64 Plus, Project 64, My Boy, SNES 9X, SNES 9X, SNES 9X, RetroArch, EPSXE, Dolphin, Visual Boy Advance. All of these are emulators. They're softwares you can download on your phone or computer to emulate a console. Stay with me now. It would be more legal for you to shoot me in the face than to have one of these bad boys on your phone. Older cartridge games require you to have a ROM file in order to play it, and game consoles that use discs like PS2, PS1, shit like that, they would need a ISO or an XBE file for Xbox files. This was the next step that most gamers would learn to use after LimeWire, where they would download shitty songs. And before learning how to use the Pirate Bay for Mordor porn. Stupid. And the Super Mario Brothers movie. Not that movie. Consoles like NES, SNES, Nintendo, Game Boy Pocket, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Light, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Advance SP, Game Boy Macro, were now all available on your phone or your computer or in your closet buried with some other shit. So why am I taking you on this Linus Tech tour? Well, Nintendo, these guys, are notorious for keeping their intellectual properties clean. So much so that if you make a fan-made game and there is a short plumber in that game, DMCA. If there is a talking turtle who does violence, DMCA. If there is an Italian in the game, DMCA. All of these are just friendly notices from Nintendo saying, hey man, maybe don't infringe upon my shit and go back to making Block Breaker or Number Crunch or whatever the fuck you're making. But the whole reason these dirty thieves, do this to begin with is to play games that aren't readily available anymore. It's not like you can pick up Wario World for the GameCube at your local GameStop or Best Buy anymore. Now, I'm not saying there's no other option but to steal. Goddamn, it is effective as fuck. So how do we compromise? Well, Nintendo could treat the Nintendo Switch Online subscription service as the Virtual Boy and a stepchild and fucking abandon it and say, look, we got a bunch of McSteelies around here trying to get their hands on our shit. Let's get it ahead of the bullet and try to make some money off of it. My suggestion, not a professional one, but, if you throw enough money at a problem, you might be able to fix the problem or make enough money to, compensate. So here's my suggestion. Nintendo, buy the Dolphin team outright. Go head first into branding your own emulator and make it smoother operating than the other ones. You can release your software anywhere you want. I don't care. But if you want people to play the games that you made and worked so hard on and invested all that time and money into, this would be the way. Legally. Maybe add a new console compatibility every 5 to 10 years after their respective releases. The games already exist online, so you don't have to worry about dedicating your time, your people to managing those subscription services anymore. The game's already out there, so people can just download them. This sounds like a floodgate to a bad idea. I know. But just walk out on this tightrope with me a little longer and I promise we'll be okay. We'll make it to the other side. Price the Dolphin emulator at $169.99 and make it play every console up to the Nintendo Wii. SNES, NES, Nintendo 64, that's a good joke. I don't even know if I made it, but that's a good fucking joke. Every console that you add on, add as an expansion for an extra $100. Allow full controller support, and if the same amount of people who bought Tears of the Kingdom buy this emulator, you're looking at a profit of almost $22 billion to do almost fucking nothing. And all your titles will now be accessible, and all those trenchcoat motherfuckers will no longer be able to say, hey boy, looking to get a nunchuck? So now we can actually pay you more money instead of having to spend $140 on Mario Kart 9 for some goddamn reason. All of this seems risky. I mentioned before it's a floodgate to a bad idea potentially, but people are going to continue to find a way to steal your shit until you make it easy to use and more accessible than everyone else. I want Nintendo to succeed. I want to give you my money, but I don't have the time or the trust that you'll re-release My Horse and Me riding for gold. The Mario movie did surprisingly well in my opinion, bringing in a new, younger audience, and congrats, I think it worked. But my problem is I want to be able to connect with my kids by playing the games that helped me connect with my dad, like Diddy Kong Racing and Mischief Makers. Also, bring back these two dudes for the commercial. I fucking love these dudes. Hey, thanks for watching my shit. If you like this video, please consider subscribing, because it makes me giddy as shit seeing you guys appreciate my content. Also, let me know in the comments if there's any better way Nintendo could have tackled this. I would like to know. So, thanks. See ya. I'm not editing anymore.